Hello guys, thank you for returning to my channel, Backyard Budget Fix. Today I'm going to be installing a draw tight class 4 hitch on my C10 by myself. I did it the best way I could. I used 2 jack stands and I put some towels on top of the jack stands to try to keep it from getting scratched, so to speak. And I put the hitch underneath the back end of the truck, and I put one end up on the jack stands and the other end was down on the ground, and I mustered up the strength to pick up the other side and get it all bolted up. As you guys can see in this video, is fairly simple. It did take a little finessing with the hammer at one point, but overall it wasn't bad. It's a nice heavy duty hitch, that class 4 hitch. Yeah, I really like it. It turned out real nice. I know I should have maybe placed one side on the jack stands and the other side I should have put it on my floor jack, but during the time I wasn't thinking about that. It would have been easier, but it's just one of those things where you don't really think it through. You just go at it, but it still turned out good for me. So it wasn't actually that heavy. But I could have used floor jack on the other side and the jack stands on this side. But I still got it up. It still turned out nice. So yeah, it all worked out. I know a lot of you guys don't condone this, but I think it got a little bent during shipping. We had one hole on the front that was maybe an eighth of an inch off, and I did hit it a couple of times with my hammer, a heavy hammer, and it it got it aligned enough where I could get the bolt in it. I really don't condone doing that. A lot of you guys might have sent it back, but for that little bit, I said, well, I'll just hit it a few times and make it work. It probably wasn't worth the trouble of paying shipping to send it back. The hardware that came with this winch, I had 6 half-inch bolts, grade 8, and I had 6 flat steel plates, probably about an inch and a half long, that had to go inside the frame. What you would do is slide your bolt through that steel plate and then slide the bolt down through the frame, through the hitch, and then you've got a big flat washer and lock washer and nut that goes on the bottom side of it, and you just tighten her up, and yeah, it works out. It worked out pretty good. I was hoping I didn't have to drill too many holes. I actually only had to drill 2 holes out. Everything else lined up pretty good. Now here you're gonna see me use Big Bertha. This impact, half-inch drive impact, is very, very powerful. It has wrung a lot of bolts off for me, and changing a tire or something, you have to be very careful with it. It will wring bolts off. That's why I'm 100% sure when I tighten something with this impact, cordless impact, it's tight. It's not, yeah, it's very tight. Okay, so right here we see where we got these middle holes that don't quite line up, so you're gonna have to get you a 5/8 drill bit and finish drilling that center hole out. A lot of these hitches are one size fits all, Ford, Chevy, and sometimes you just got to make it work. But those center holes are the ones that I had to drill out and put my 2 bolts in the center. Yeah, you can see where I was smacking it with the hammer. I'm gonna repaint that in a minute. I actually painted the whole thing with Rust-Oleum just as a precaution. I love my Rust-Oleum. Try to stop that rust. Rust-Oleum and fluid film are gods to me. But yeah, I had to re-drill those center holes out and put my bolts in there. I am gonna do some painting on that where I was hitting it with the hammer, and yeah, we're gonna try to, get the old work truck half the way right. It had been a couple of weeks since I painted the hitch with Rust-Oleum. So the paint was pretty well, it's not all the way cured, but Rust-Oleum never cures all the way. But the fluid film is basically for maybe the bolts and basically the hardware that I installed the hitch with, just to keep them from rusting. I hate rust. Rust is a big enemy of these Chevy trucks. So you guys that own a Chevy or old Chevy knows that rust is a real bad enemy. Now, here's the big surprise. For all you Carolina fans, I've got my hitch cover. I am actually gonna spray some wax on that. Also, that would be some a precaution, just to maybe stop some rust there, to make it, it's brand new, but I want to make it last as long as possible. And I also got a locking hitch pin with the keys that I got both of from Amazon, and I'm gonna spray a little wax on those just to try to protect them from the elements and keep them looking new as long as possible. It's just a precaution. that one last rubber piece you see me with, that's to go over the keyhole to protect the keyhole, keep any water or anything from getting inside of there. So you guys make sure you install that when you put your locking pin on there. So there it is, you guys. It's all installed. I got my hitch installed, hitch, cover, locking pin.
Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.
Love you.